The year is 2026, and the global automotive industry is facing one of the most dramatic collapses in modern history. What once looked like unstoppable growth has suddenly transformed into a brutal inventory nightmare. Across the world, millions of brand new cars are sitting motionless on massive dealer lots, collecting dust, losing value, and draining billions of dollars every single month. Showrooms that were once filled with excitement, energy, and eager buyers are now flooded with unsold inventory. Parking lots are overflowing, storage yards are packed beyond capacity. Some dealerships have even been forced to rent abandoned malls, empty factories, and open fields just to store the endless wave of unsold vehicles. This is not a slowdown. This is a full-scale automotive crisis. In the years following the global chip shortage, automakers believed demand would remain permanently high. Production lines roared back to life. Factories ran around the clock. Billions were poured into new assembly plants. Supply chains were rebuilt at record speed. Manufacturers expected buyers to keep spending, to keep upgrading, to keep financing. But instead of rising demand, the world slammed into a financial wall. Car prices exploded, interest rates doubled, living costs surged, and consumers pulled the brakes. Suddenly, buying a new car became a luxury instead of a necessity. Monthly payments soared, insurance premiums skyrocketed, fuel prices stayed unpredictable, maintenance costs climbed, and buyers, overwhelmed by inflation, simply stopped upgrading. They held onto older vehicles longer. They delayed purchases. They walked out of dealerships. What followed was a brutal chain reaction. Factories kept producing, dealers kept receiving shipments, but buyers disappeared. The result? A tidal wave of unsold inventory unlike anything the industry has ever seen. Across North America, more than 3 million brand new vehicles now sit unsold. That's over $150 billion locked in motionless metal. In China, nearly 3 million vehicles remain stuck in dealer storage, creating deadly price wars that are crushing profit margins and forcing dealerships into bankruptcy. In India, unsold inventory has reached historic levels, triggering massive nationwide discounts. Even Europe, once considered a stable automotive stronghold, is drowning in overstock. This is happening everywhere. Luxury brands, mainstream manufacturers, electric vehicle startups, and even legendary performance automakers are all trapped in the same storm. And the reasons go far beyond pricing alone. The electric vehicle revolution, once hyped as unstoppable, slammed into reality. EV prices remained painfully high. Charging infrastructure failed to expand fast enough. Battery replacement fears scared buyers. Government incentives vanished. Tax credits expired. Electricity costs rose. And suddenly, the dream of mass EV adoption stalled. Dealerships now sit on tens of thousands of unsold electric vehicles, many of them worth more than luxury gasoline cars, yet attracting far fewer buyers. These high-tech machines, packed with futuristic dashboards, massive digital displays, lightning-fast acceleration, and ultra-advanced driver systems, now sit frozen under the sun, slowly losing value day by day. The irony is brutal. Never before has automotive technology been so advanced. Never before have cars offered so much power, luxury, comfort, and safety. Yet never before have so many new vehicles remained unwanted. The design revolution of 2026 brought breathtaking machines to life. Ultra-sharp LED headlights, aerodynamic sculpted bodies, floating rooflines, massive alloy wheels, futuristic ambient lighting, crystal-clear curved displays, voice-controlled interiors, digital mirrors, autonomous driving systems, adaptive air suspension, torque vectoring drivetrains, AI-powered safety systems, and performance figures that once belonged only to supercars. Yet despite all of this, buyers hesitated. Because price changed everything. The average new car now costs more than many people's annual income. Financing terms stretch to 7 or even 8 years. Monthly payments rival mortgage bills. Insurance rates double for modern vehicles packed with expensive sensors. Repair costs skyrocket due to advanced electronics. Even minor accidents lead to massive repair bills. For millions of buyers, the dream of owning a new car simply collapsed. And dealers felt the impact instantly. Each unsold vehicle bleeds money. Floor plan interest builds monthly. Storage costs pile up. Insurance fees grow. Depreciation hits relentlessly. Every car that doesn't sell becomes a financial liability instead of an asset. This pressure forces dealers into desperation mode. Massive discounts explode across the market. Cash rebates surge. Zero-interest financing returns. Extended warranties are bundled for free. Dealer invoice pricing becomes common. In some regions, cars sell for less than factory cost. Luxury SUVs receive discounts once reserved only for clearance models. High-performance sedans now drop tens of thousands off their original price. Electric vehicles get price cuts so deep they shock the entire industry. This discount war is brutal. Manufacturers fight to protect brand value. Dealers fight for survival. Buyers suddenly gain unprecedented leverage. And this creates one of the greatest buying opportunities in modern automotive history. Behind the scenes, panic spreads. Factories slow production. Shifts are cancelled. Workers face layoffs. Assembly lines shut down. Entire models are cancelled. Automakers slash future investment. Electric vehicle startups collapse. Legacy manufacturers quietly scale back expansion plans. Even mega brands begin cutting entire platforms. The industry realizes it pushed too far, too fast. Overproduction collided with financial reality. But the story doesn't end there. This crisis also reshapes vehicle design itself. Manufacturers now rethink everything. Excessively complex technology is reconsidered. Hyper-digital interiors are simplified. Expensive materials are replaced. Production costs become the primary focus. Efficiency overtakes extravagance. Instead of chasing luxury, brands now chase affordability. Instead of extreme performance, they chase reliability. Instead of flashy gimmicks, they chase durability. The design language shifts. Cleaner lines, simpler shapes, more timeless silhouettes, practical interiors, physical buttons return, traditional drivetrains regain popularity, hybrid systems rise, compact cars make a comeback, affordable sedans return, basic SUVs surge, and the market begins to rebalance. But the damage of 2026 will not fade quickly. Millions of unsold cars will take years to absorb. Dealership closures will continue. Smaller brands will vanish. Mega mergers will reshape the industry. Competition will intensify. Survival will belong only to those who adapt fastest. And for consumers, the power dynamic flips. Buyers become kings. Negotiation becomes aggressive. Deals become extreme. Options become endless. Choice explodes. For the first time in over a decade, consumers walk into showrooms holding all the leverage. This moment will be remembered as one of the greatest automotive turning points of the 21st century. The moment when the industry learned that endless growth is impossible. The moment when excess collided with reality. The moment when technology, luxury, and performance lost to affordability and practicality. 2026 becomes the year that rewrote the rules of the global car market. A year of collapse. A year of correction. A year of transformation. A year when dealers drowned in unsold cars. And a year when buyers finally gained control again.